Hey everybody, I am back and this is Terrific Tuesday. I do apologize for missing last week. Primarily was tied up with some other projects. Took a break, so I'm back. It's November. It's another Terrific Tuesday. In fact, it's election day. So go out and vote. That's what I'm about to do right after this video. Pretty much this video of a great new episode is about retail, wholesale, and home improvement upgrades, all under the Rehab umbrella. Pretty much just want to give you guys not an in-depth, but an overview of those things, because a lot of times people don't know how to estimate repairs or rehab or renovation, and honestly, those are different things. So primarily, let's just jump into it full-fledged and talk about it. So primarily, a retail rehab is a rehab that you're doing on a homeowner's level, meaning you're giving them, depending on the neighborhood, that's one of the biggest criteria, what you're going to rehab it to. But mostly everything's new or upgraded and modern. So it depends on your criteria with it, but a retail rehab, you're going to paint the entire house, you're going to put new kitchen cabinets, you may just update the bathroom, paint the basement, update anything that needs to be repaired. If the roof looks pretty old, you're going to do that. That's just a rehab. So you're bringing it up to par to everything else in the area. And the way you verify that is see what else is selling in the area and what's the criteria of a lot of those homes in the area. Depends on your city, the area. If you're in Royal Oak, well, you're primarily going to put a nice, probably around 30 to 40 to maybe even 50,000 into your rehab. But it depends on the condition of the house also. If the house is very good shape, and let's say it's a short sale where someone was living in it and moved out, then you may not have to do a complete renovation. And the difference is if I renovate, I'm demoing, and that's demolition, I'm demoing rooms. I probably demo the kitchen and the bathroom and redo them. Bring them up to a standard and a nice modern level. Meaning I'm going to put in new appliances, I'm going to put in a new kitchen, new countertop, new floor, new paint, new lighting, same way in the bathroom, new toilet, new sink. Pretty much anything that is not in great shape, I'm not keeping. So that's renovating at a retail level. While at a rental level, you're going to not do as much. You might have to demo. It depends on the standard and the style that it's in. However, you'll look for ways to just bring it up to code and bring it up to standard. So in the kitchen, for instance, if the countertops are good, you're keeping those. You might reglaze them, you might repaint them, you might refinish them. You might put a new sink in, maybe because the other sink is chipped up and dirty or can't be cleaned. But you're going to try to save stuff that can be saved that might just need a little cleaning. You'll probably definitely paint the house. You may put new carpet down. You may not necessarily do the wood floors and make sure they're finished because it may not need to be that for a rental. So you have to think about, if you're renting, what type of people you're going to have living there versus someone who's going to own it and you're going to walk away. Because honestly, on a retail, there's two areas, the kitchen and the bathroom, where people are really trying to see. And nowadays, with the modern look, you might want more open space. With rental, you're not worried about the schematics or the setup of the property. You're looking to just make everything look new and clean. And that's the primarily goal. If you're wholesaling, you're probably just cleaning out properties, if that. Because a lot of times you may not want to do anything with a wholesale and just give it to one person to the next. But if you wholesaling and you got it under contract, you might just invest a couple of dollars, get a cleaning crew, just clean everything out so people can see the possibilities when you take your pictures of how the structure look. If that. A lot of people don't do that at all. That's very minute few that does that. So those are the things you're thinking about when you're thinking about rehab. You got a rental level, you got a retail level, and you got a wholesale level. Really, wholesale is no rehab. He's just cleaning up, but that is part of rehab when you think about it. Because if there's a bunch of debris, drywall torn out, that stuff has to be done regardless. Now, if you're wholesaling, you may not need to do that at all, and you just sell it as is. But if you're doing it as a rental, you're going to do cleanup first, and then you're going to work on what aspects of the house that you need to improve. As a retail, you probably demo all of that and build it all back up because you want to set a standard that's probably better than the average in retail. You want those popping items to pop. The kitchen, you want nice countertops. You want put appliances in. Rental, you may not have put appliances in. If you do, they're probably already used appliances from a used appliance store that's just functional. They give them that already in the property. Most people don't even do that. So you have to look at those things when you're rehabbing because it affects your budget. In Detroit, for instance, if you're doing a rental property, on average you're putting 20 to 25,000 in, but that's including 25 if it needs roof, if it needs some foundation work. So usually 20 on average. But if you're doing retail outside of Detroit, you're putting in 35 to 40 because you're going to put in, and that depends on the area. You do Royal Oak, it's probably be more. You do Farmington Hill, Bluefield Hills, areas where it's a very elegant, modern, upscale type of environment, property-wise too, and the margins are different too. That's when you put more in it. Livonia, there's certain areas in there. So you have to pick and choose and make sure you do your homework, which is always your due diligence of what's the area claimed for, because you don't want to put granite countertops in a Detroit property, not in our average Detroit area. If you're thinking the elite Sherwood Forest, then you'll probably do that, but that's very limited. So I hope that answers your questions. If you got any, definitely let me know. If you like this video, click the like button. If you want to see more videos, it's going to be a watch more of Chris Holcomb TV. Do that. And if you definitely want to see all the videos, subscribe. There's a subscribe button in one of the corners at the top. Usually it is, I believe, the left-hand corner. So go ahead and subscribe. Also check out my website, CNH Group LLC. CNH Group LLC. So that's www.cnhgroupllc.com. That will give you a lot of other info about the city, opportunities, properties that may be available. Just a lot of gambit, some more of my videos as always. So you can see that out there too, and definitely get the newest and greatest updates there too, as well as this channel for videos regarding just the things that's going on in the city and opportunities. So like always, stay consistent, stay focused, and I'll catch you guys on the next video. Y'all take it easy.